Hey, Sarah, do you mind? Like, I'll deal with the special 2, but it's just not worth it. And right before a special 3, like, can we please? Okay, can I get a parry? Just one. Perfect. Left Anna Kendrick eating hot wings. I don't know if I can compete with that, Bleezy. But yeah, I'm guessing y'all probably knew the stream was down before I did, because I looked up from a fight. And I do have a fairly large monitor. I saw a double blue screen where it said, "Sorry, we've encountered an error." So I got stop code, memory management, and then my computer restarted, and here we are. So at least it didn't have to do any repair stuff, it was just that. But man, I am having a freaking morning. We hadn't even gotten to it yet, but I was already in a bit of a mood because Um, coordination issues meant that our original plan for the boss, me taking it with Carl with hazard shift still up, didn't work out. And because the person taking 49 had to go and wasn't sure they would get away from work. And so they had to take that down. And without hazard shift, Carl is not safe for a Rentra boss. And so I had to basically make the best of not great options because we didn't really have backup. I checked the other members. This isn't just me playing the hero. Didn't see anything that looked good. Went in with my rank 3 Immortal Abomination, got him down to like 20%, and then got parried off of Stand Your Ground and died horribly. So I'm not really holding that one against myself. I feel like that's kind of 1.5 deaths for the season, but it just sucks, you know? The war was already lost, that part isn't there, but I hate dying. And yeah, between I never did respond to AT&T. I should do that because they actually did send me a message on Twitter. It's funny that they probably have an alert for that. I should respond to them and say like, "Hey, we don't feel like we're getting as much as we should from y'all, given what we're paying," but yeah, that's for later. This one wasn't internet. This is just... Oh, that's the other part about my fun boss fight escapade that I forgot to mention this morning. Part of the reason that I died was that right around the middle mark, I lost my Mr. Fantastic pre-fights because my dog decided that it was really important that we talk right now. And so after the fight, I was like, "Oh, okay, so that must mean that my parents have left and I'm the only person left in the house and she like really needs to poop or something, right?" Nope. Mom was outside for just like a split second. She didn't need to go outside. Was just being needy. Thanks, pupper. Ah. It's just one of those mornings, guys. But hey, Shirchagal, Dan, Punjabi, Grinfeld, I won't complain about it anymore. Stream is back. What's is done in war. We move on. Alright, let's take a look at this. This was all predictable because I landed at the very bottom. That's totally fine. We'll open that in a second. Top 30 for the Alliance is great. Very happy to see that. So that's one more catalyst. And then I think I'm still going science here. It's a very deep class. And, ooh, top 5,000. We just made it over the line. Cool to see. How good is Titania's Prestige again? Mediocre, if I remember correctly. Like, it's not bad. I don't think. Yeah, she's fourth in her class at 13,706. She's barely below Overseer. So, like, for context, the reason I call that mediocre is that she is in the top 20. Actually, she's probably not in the top 20 anymore because, at minimum, I think Kate kicked her out. Um, but, like, this isn't bad. She's on par with Sam, Overseer, Gallon, Hulkling, Nimrod, Cersei. Like, she's in that totally fine range. Um, but she, at the same time, is, like, a few hundred points behind the top ones. So it's not bad. She's definitely better than Mr. Fantastic. She would be fine as a rank 5 if you were going to use her a lot. What do I think about Hulk now? I think that Hulk is fun and is going to be solid in battlegrounds for certain decks. I'm not sure I'm going to invest in mine. I don't see him having much use in Alliance Quest, or definitely not in War outside of a few niche situations where you could just blitz something down. So I'm not in a hurry to rank mine, but I think it was a very good buff that made him something that a lot of people will be happy to invest in and will be correct to invest in, and like that is the goal. Hey Dane, welcome Vega. Ant-Man future looks pretty good. I agree, he's great. Hey Devil Dog. What did I come here for? I'm not gonna force y'all to sit through me opening all of these. And I'm not opening any more of this feature. So yeah, let's just go straight into EQ. Gave the SIGs to Quicksilver. Gotcha. Yeah, Quicksilver at rank 4 makes a ton of sense. Yeah, and I'm happy for you, Vega. I may at some point. I'm just not in a rush. My science resources are going to spot for the moment. Okay, this is the skill Purify lane. What do you do again? Some of these bosses change a lot from the first time I playtest them, and I don't playtest all of them, honestly. That's something I go to when I can, so it's always weird seeing them. Okay, so this is mostly just healing reversal. That's fine. We can leave read in for that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we still have boosts on from war. That's funny. Yeah, Vega. That makes sense. Um, yeah, I agree with that, Grinfeld. OG Hulk never needed to be some highly nuanced champion. And I think it's very thematic that he kind of like burns himself out and then like needs to calm down. It's a really good kit for that. How good is Atuma offensively and defensively? I think okay on both right now. I like him a lot. He has some cool niche utility, but I think the answer is going to be legitimately good both ways after his buff. The report button is not just for show or for show Stover, but this stuff is hard to truly track down, and I need to push back on what confirmed modders means. Like Did people see the fights? Did they deal 7 million damage? Or did somebody just say that doesn't look possible? Like, help me out here. Because I've seen the community make a lot of assumptions about who's modding and who isn't, and not necessarily be correct. Ouchie. And I myself have definitely been wrong before when I've missed some interaction. Let me parry you. Fine, I guess we're going special 3. Saw the fights. What does that mean? Like, you have recording of the fights that were doing modded damage? If so, like, where? Where can I find these? That's funny, Madrox. I hope so, Aiden. That's a quality of life change I have said I want as well. Alright, if anybody can describe exactly where to find this stuff that's definite proof these people are modding and get it to me on Discord, or my mods can help me find it, then I'll pass it along and we'll look into it. But there are two sides of this, right? It's like we don't literally have access to the replays, right? And so even though a lot of the top accounts do get looked at manually, some of these metas can be hard to parse exactly what is cheating and what is not. And I have definitely seen major streamers say that's obviously cheating, and I don't think they're correct. So it is a little tricky. I don't know, Madrox. I think it's the same. Hey, Bitter, how's it going? Any idea when the next batch of Kabam Zero quality of life improvements? So, for one thing, I don't know. Zero is amazing, and there is one in this particular build that I asked him for, where now, if you check your settings, you can change things for arena grinding. If I ever decide to do arena again, then that's going to be huge for me. So, like, I guess the technical answer to your question is now. But I also want to point out that, like, as amazing as Zero is, we have a lot of good people working on the UI and UX of the game. And some of them aren't as public, so just throwing some credit their way as well. Why was it not in the update spotlight? I don't know, Aiden. Probably just got forgotten. It's not like it was a bug fix, right? It was just UI work. But that is the one I'm talking about. Hey, Wolf. How do I like my crossbones? He's fantastic. No, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Anyway. I got 2 in the Ronin zone. Is Collar Tech worth running? It depends on your roster, ASAP. It absolutely can be. It's a very powerful mastery, but the Tech class isn't quite as dominant or overwhelming as the Mystic, and so that's going to be a personal question. I see them as a team, and he's kind of the Jax of quality of life. I can buy that. That makes sense, dude. Yeah, and Zero's good people. I like him a lot. We chat from time to time on Slack. Have I assigned Crossbones in War? I have. Um, and one time he did get blitzed, honestly, but only the one death, but probably 3 or 4 total assignments. I feel like you have to be really, really careful with him, and you basically only ever use him when he's Sig 200. Yeah, Vega, that sounds brutal. I don't think I'm ever gonna do an arena grind again. I hate them so much. Peter. Check it out later, Stover. Sorry, the sigh was not for that. The sigh was just because it's been a long morning, and it ended up very next to that sentence. But yeah, I will check it out. I'm not opening anything right now, Chief. I have decided I'm already into saving for Kate. Yeah, that was way too early. And I don't know why I thought that parried. Come here so I can stab you. Not great odds. Yeah, I'll check it out, Dudu. Am I on the next MCOC champ design? No, I'm taking a bit of a break from champ design. I'm working on some other stuff, which I'll mention. I guess I'm willing to confirm that that's what I've been working on when it gets announced. So we'll talk about that again later. I do have a third character assigned, but they're still in very early phases. I hear you, Bitter. If I was missing more than just Tatuma, I'd still be going. This is a very good feature. glad to hear that, Blazy. Yeah, I like the shift to incursions quite a bit myself. Am I working on reworks? Yeah, I've got a couple on the table, but like as I've talked about before, it kind of depends on how the rest of the game is going for when they actually get slated for release, beta and then release, obviously. But yeah, I have a couple. I actually just tested another one yesterday. It's kind of fun. 3 Science Nexus saved for when he's added for basic, or 2 basic. Yeah, man. Here's hoping. Can we have 5-minute cooldowns and incursions forever? I would love that. I'm curious how much currency spend it actually drives. As in, like, if it's a significant thing and people are paying to refresh their 6 stars, then that probably is worth people like you and me just playing incursions less because of the cooldowns. If it's not something that makes us any money, then hey, maybe we can convince people to let us have that a bit more often. But I really want to be clear, that's not like a cynical thing. That's just like that's the responsible call to make when looking at a change like this. Oh right, we're on the boss now. I see what you're doing, Brad. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hmm. Because of his synergy, Zach, Guardian is actually one of the characters that gets significantly better at a higher rarity. He'll offer more block proficiency, and that ends up mattering. And Sig 20 isn't that much of a an investment as far as his Sig goes, so I probably would continue to invest in the 6 star. Yeah, the permahacks are really fun, I agree. There's actually, I'll see if I can find it for you and tag you, Bitter, but there was some discussion yesterday in the CCP. That is the part I'm going to say, and then I'm not going to actually say who said what. Everything from here on out is paraphrasing, just so everyone knows. Um, but basically, the discussion was what would it look like if incursions had permanent hacks going forward? That was on me. I shouldn't have Dex there. And so you could like really build a loadout and rely on it. And I'm kind of conflicted because on the one hand that'd be fun. On the other, part of what I like about incursions is that if you get strategic movement and buff cornucopia, it eventually goes away and you have to build in some kind of other game plan. And the thing is that like you could build around that by just tuning all the incursions down or all the hacks down, right? So probably deleting strategic movement, tuning buff corn way down, and then maybe permanent ones make more sense. But at that point, like I don't know, I think that loses something as well. I do think it would be cool if there was like everything else was left kind of roughly as it was, and you could build some other kind of permanent hack system. Maybe even out of the minor ones where you're like, I want to invest in a bleed team. So I'm going to have bleeds have extra ability accuracy and last longer. And that is going to be permanent, right? But then you would also want the bleeds give you power stings rare one. It's I don't know. It's just there's such a delta between the weakest hacks and the strongest ones that I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Hey, new Barty, how's it going? It's actually come up, Dangsor. We might do that in the future. Yeah, I would agree with Aiden. If you're not going to run 5, I think you do need to run 4. Funny, Richard. Okay, Cosmic, lots of buffs. Who's the boss? Crossbones. Don't use APOC. Cool. Elite strategic movement. I'm going back to Anna Kendrick. See, that's what I said, Bleezy. My next thing was Like, I don't think that that's a good call, but it's just yeah, permanent hacks are dangerous. Yeah, and at that point, Bitter, like you're probably talking development time for a new pool of like we have now decided that these hacks are the ones that are safe for permanent, and so we've just now it's an entire another pool, and that means you probably leave the current pool intact, which means that the overall power level of incursions goes up, and maybe that's okay. It's just something that we would have to look at, you know. I hate this guy. All right. Let's not have that discussion, Aiden. This is not a forum to discuss other content creators. That's not true, Zach. People did get banned. I don't track my own ranks, but I know MSD did move up a few hundred himself. Semi-regularly, we are a long way from regular 6-star relics, Magnus, because regular 6-star relics means 5 stars constantly. I mean, we're human, Richard. That's all I'll say there. I mean, MSD was lower than 3,000, so yes, there is a way MSD moved up. Hey, MSD, how's it going? Yeah, people own 6-star relics. People have owned 6-star relics for a long time. There's a screenshot very early on of somebody who got one clearly from just opening the relic cav crystals until he duped enough 5 stars. Yeah, people did get banned. I fully understand that there are a few accounts at the top that people think should have been banned and were not. I'm going to look at a couple. We already had this conversation earlier, but people did get banned. And that is the misinformation I'm pushing back on. Electra, do you mind? This is just going to expire. Cool, we're going to go unblockable and lose all of our Furies because she's never heard of a special 2. Oh, that thing. Yes, that thing. Okay, we didn't lose all the Furies. User, this has been a bit of a pattern with you, and I'm going to ask you to be careful about it. Can you please, like, rephrase what I say and throw it back at me to confirm less? I realize that you are hopefully coming from a place of just aiming for clarity, but the end result is that you in particular, this one is personal and I'm sorry, You end up putting a lot of words in my mouth, and it puts me in a very uncomfortable position, and I would like you to do it less, please. I know you're going for clarity, but it has a, like, that's what it does. No, it's okay, Zach. Like, we can definitely go back and forth. This is a longer thing. I try not to call it out at first because I understand people want confirmation, but also just understand that if somebody says, like, I like pizza, and then they come back with, so you're saying you really like pizza, and then that person is now speaking from a place of authority, it can be kind of nerve-wracking to say yes. Because even though that's basically what you said, it's like, God, they're going to go tell everybody else that I really like pizza. Now it's going to be a thing. Hopefully that makes a little more sense on where I'm coming from. Please, not right now. It does seem like people at the top were not banned. It's just not true that no one was banned. That's what I said, and that's all I said. Nice, Mike. Huge congrats. Yeah, Madrox wins the pun games for today. I'll ask around about the guy near the top, but I will say it's kind of like, just speaking to a general irony, not about a specific person, but people said that they wanted Battlegrounds to come to the game so that there was a competitive mode where skill would win out, right? We had a week 4 meta that specifically rewarded smaller rosters. Excuse me. A lot of the highest ranked people were intentionally swapping out 6 stars for 5 stars or lower to take advantage of the rage node, right? Now, I think that that is probably a bit of a failure on the part of the meta. It's one of the problems with it, but that is something that happened, right? We have a clear thing to point to where this did happen. Smaller rosters had a bigger advantage than they probably ever had in a week 4 before. People said, okay, we want this mode to be about skill, and then somebody with a very small account ranked very high, and the community's immediate reaction is obvious cheater. There is some tension there that I think we should kind of sit with for a minute. Oh, I know, Hake, and I'm not trying to please everybody. But I understand that there are real concerns people are coming into my stream with, and I want to address them as much as I can. Because I know this is coming from a place of caring about fairness, and from people caring about the game, and both of those are good things. I'm pretty sure that Special 2 would have finished it, but I didn't feel comfortable going for it. Hey, Luke, congrats on Reed. Yeah, Kate's Prestige is top 20. I think she's like 15th or 16th, but she's in that band where people keep getting added, and honestly, I didn't go check the chart. It also would have been kind of risky for me to go check the chart because if somebody else has already had their prestige tuned who comes out after her, and I took that into consideration and missed it, and then I confidently said she's 17th, and then she came out and everybody was like, she's 16th, then people start going, ooh, somebody's coming out ahead of her, and I wanted to avoid that. So, top 20. I would agree with Noob there. I like Misty. I think that she's very cool. I still don't have her as a 6 star, but she is a bit restrictive, yeah. God, they get so passive when that Nova Force buff is up. I know it's just a sample size of 2. I'm not saying that there's any kind of bias or anything, but it's so annoying. Gene, are you kidding? Hey, Sim, how's it going? It is noon. It is Friday, so I can work later, but let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, I don't have meetings immediately. Valkyrie? Nice, Richard. Breaking news, Champ coming out will have top 20 prestige. I know. It's a real stretch. I mean, that's one way to do it, Luke, but my question is that really the best way for you to get Paragon? Is there not other content that would be simpler? Like, it might take longer. I fully believe that Eternity of Pain might be the fastest route available to you. But is it really the only one? Yeah, I read those two recently, Dan. They're very neat. Sorry, Faye. Act 7 will take significantly longer. Yeah, it's really not that bad, though. If you have the kind of roster breadth that's probably required for Eternity of Pain to not be an absolute exercise in nail pulling, I think I would go Act 7. What did I rank in Glad Circuit, noob? I won't say last, because I'm sure there are some people who did their one match and lost. But I did my one match and won, and that was it. So I think. I mean, it was actually. I think I may have made the second rung. Because I think that may have been how many people lost their first match. Yeah, so I was like Uru 2 or something. Oh, did I not bring a poison immune? Well, that's awkward. We do have flavor text in the game, Capitan. Absorbing Man has a bit off the top of my head. But we try to be more careful with how much we use these days. And I think the best example of why is if you look at Nightcrawler, because Nightcrawler came out before Disorient was an effect in the game, right? Um, ouch, I did the thing. Why did I do the thing? It's because I'm talking while I'm playing, of course. Anyway, but Nightcrawler came out before Disorient was an effect in the game, but he also very clearly says in his info page that in his special 3, it disorients the opponent, causing something else. And then so, not too long ago, people took to Twitter and were like, hey, why doesn't Nightcrawler have a disorient? He clearly says he does. Okay, one of those was an input error. I'm reporting this one. And so if people are going to get mad because we used a specific verb 6 years ago, that kind of disincentivizes excessive flavor text. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. This would have been faster just getting Odin killed, wouldn't it? I forget if we did, but I really hope that that whiff got fixed in April. Because that's so annoying. Yeah, Titania's buff immunity text is another really good example. Yeah, Pika. That one, I'm only taking credit for it because Zero was quick to give me credit for it, but I did request that one for Arena. Because that's something that's bugged me for so long whenever I've done an Arena grind. Apologies for this incredibly painful fight, everyone. I did bring Toad. I brought Toad for a Crossbones boss, not for this BS. Challenge rating is making this pretty painful, too. Toad's crit rate is normally higher than this. Love getting caught on dashbacks. Love it. I'm honestly not going to report this one. It's going to be such a long fight. I can't do that to QA. It's like, well, somewhere in between 1 and 3 minutes, something bad happens. Halfway there. Like, I'm not too scared of dying, even if I get caught on dashbacks again. Like, Toad has good regen, but this is just painful. Thank you, Richard. Always in my head. See, what I didn't tell you people is that I actually just really wanted to practice his special 2 decks, because I got tired of getting hit by it because I never fight Abomination. And so here you go. Being around for my personal practice sesh. Always punish QA. That one was close. I thought I was too early, legitimately. And then that one I thought I had, but it must have just been distance. Alright, well. Practice continues. And the beatings continue until morale improves. Alright. Let me catch up on chat. Yeah, I'm not aware of anything as public, Luke. And honestly, unless people are specifically asking me, I'm probably going to mostly assume that questions about, hey, has there been any word about, are directed at the rest of chat, because that is the safer safer place to ask. Can't save his special 1 prowess? Yeah, exactly, Dan. It's just... Oof. I mean, the life model decoy and the infinity formula part are kind of flavor text, Capitan, but like that's also just what those abilities are named. So, also kind of not really. Waiting for second spotlight on Viv? What's that supposed to mean, Janaid? Zemo using hype? Yeah, that was... I healed twice during that, right? There we go. And that, he's, she's, and they's, is why we brought Toad. Nice, Gampo. Rogue sounds fun. The fast forward button icon, so to speak, is specifically for unpausing. I think the point is that these Furies are permanently paused unless that icon is active, so it tells you that they're actually progressing. I'm guessing that was the design intent. Yeah, I should run for work as well, Luke. Nobody has pinged me, and I'm mostly like waiting on some updates, but I don't want to be working too late. I'll probably try and stream tonight as well, so I should get going. Yeah, exactly, Capitan. I think I'm with you on that one. Venom Pool is pretty good too. Ooh, yeah, that sounds fun. Forgot the Carl synergy. I was gonna ask. I'll have to remember to try that because I my rogue is rank 3 now. All right, woof. All right, I will look at the modder thing. I'm sure there are conversations going on internally already. Every time I say I'll look at something, somebody's already bringing it up. But yeah, I'll take a look at that, even though it's not really within my power to do anything. And yeah, I will catch y'all later on. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Take care.